Incredible is not a cold. She has a vagina.
So that was your mistake or the book's mistake?
No, it was my mistake.
And welcome back to Harrisburg, as we are now live for day 2 of the sale at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Another beautiful morning and another cold morning here.
It's not as cold. There's not as many people. There's nobody here, but it's not as cold. I don't think it's as cold as it was yesterday. Do you? Really?
I think it's like way worse.
Really, way worse. Yeah. You might have been drinking last night. Were you? Is your blood thin?
No, I have a long drive home. I can't be.
How long is you're going to Ohio? It's 5 hours, isn't it?
Columbus? Yeah. And then another 2 hours past where you're going.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, you got a long drive. Yeah, I'm not driving home today, so I don't have a long drive. My hotel's like 11 minutes from here max.
Got to go to Columbus to Anderson, Indiana. So,
yeah. Yeah, you do have a long drive.
Yeah.
But how was your day yesterday? Because I didn't get to see you most of yesterday. You were running around.
Yeah, it's fun. Last year was my first year here, so I kind of just learned where everything was, and then yesterday go and see what the consignments have. Preferred's always so good to go back to.
Yeah,
you mean the cappuccino?
I was just gonna say, you mean the cappuccino,
right?
Dave puts on a great consignment there. There's always every year I forget the lady's name. She's the sweetest lady. Lillian, you're right. Yeah, she does a great job every year. She runs the cappuccino, and really, really nice lady. And actually, now that you say that, I did not stop at Starbucks today. I had a lot going on. I turned left, and the only Starbucks I knew was 6 minutes in the opposite direction. I didn't really have the 6 minutes, so I just said, you know what, I'll either get one later or I'll just get a cappuccino at Preferred. But it was a busy day yesterday, a weird day yesterday. I know I just divulged to you, but I did also tell our clients in a video that I just loaded that. So when we came down here, we had clear instructions, right? High-end pacer, high-end trotter, a New York horse for our New York clients, and then a bucket with 2 or 3 Pennsylvania trotting colts in it. So I was excited because yesterday we went through, and it seemed to me that we were really going to buy a Captain Corey or a Father Patrick. The ones that I liked kind of fit that mold. So I went through, and as we're going through the consignments, it's getting towards the end of the day, so we were rushing, and I was loading all the colts I liked and marking them and grading them and making notes on them. And yesterday we didn't get the first 2 Pennsylvania horses we bid on for that bucket. And a beautiful horse came in the ring, and I said, oh, I love this horse. And I thought I almost had the horse at $18,000. The hammer almost dropped. A couple of people jumped in, went back and forth, and I ended up buying this trotting colt for $27,000. Now, it wasn't until last night I made my video. Not only did I make a mistake, but then I pulled my pants down in front of everybody and told everybody that watching our videos how stupid I was because I talked about this colt I bought. And 2 or 3 people messaged me right away. I was sitting there just getting changed, looking at today's catalog, and these messages start popping up because the video had just loaded, right? Maybe 20 minutes before. And somebody said, Anthony, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but that colt that you bought, I don't know how to tell you this. This particular colt has a vagina.
It's a filly.
It was a filly. So I went back and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Went back and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. So listen, I'm only human. I made a mistake. I
still like her regardless.
Oh, I love her more as a horse that she is a filly. But if I'm going to be completely honest, if I put her in the right category in my catalog, we probably wouldn't have bought her. I didn't have a need for another Pennsylvania trotting filly. We had 5 going into yesterday, but maybe subconsciously my brain was looking out for me. I don't know, because I know that she is a very, very good-looking filly, and more than enough pedigree to be worth what she is, especially as a filly. So very happy with what I purchased in Incredible. It was a wee bit of an error on my part, but at the same time, not the end of the world. In the big scheme of things, she's going to fit perfectly in our barn. In Harrisburg, I am now left back to square one, looking for Pennsylvania trotting colts, and there's more than enough of them today and tomorrow.
I was going to say, is there plenty today?
Oh yeah, tons.
And then 2 Stay Hungry colts as well?
Yeah, I told you after, I didn't want to say it on air at the end of the broadcast yesterday, but my favorite, every time you go to a sale, I don't know if you do this, but you walk around and you're like, I really like this horse. Well, I don't know if every trainer does it. I'm sure we do. We all love horses. And you have an affinity towards one horse or another. I really want this horse. And with us, you have to be a little more structured. Yes, I really want this horse at this price. Well, Atomic Hanover was always going to be my high-end pacer. And I assumed we could afford him. I really wanted him. And this was a horse that I just thought was my favorite horse in the wholesale. I love the potential value in him being a June 7th foal. I love the potential value in him being a Stay Hungry. I didn't really know a whole lot about the Stay Hungries or how people felt about them. I liked the ones that we had, and a couple of the trainers I talked to actually really liked them also. So I thought there was a little bit of value there also. I would have paid it. And I'm sure every trainer says this, and every breeder hates to hear this, but we would have paid a little bit more money for Atomic Hanover. He was my guy, and I was going to him.
You were going home with him.
I was trying my best to go home with him, and we ended up purchasing him. So I was just thrilled to get Atomic Hanover. And then in my, I believe, in my travels, Stay Charming was a horse that I liked, and I thought it was very interesting. The pedigree on number 67 was a Sweet Lou out of Benear. The pedigree on number 83, Stay Charming, same consignment, Vauquerie, was a Stay Hungry colt out of a sister to Benear. So a younger branch of this particular family being offered up. Now, 67 was a little more polished and athletic looking, where 83 looked like he was this big, powerful animal. And 2 different body types.
Linebacker to wide receiver.
Yes, yeah, you were watching. And that was it. The 2 different body types, but I didn't need a colt, but often what I'll do is horses that I have a lot of interest in, even if I've already filled that bucket, I'm going to do my due diligence and go watch the other horses go, just to see in case something like this happens yesterday where the horse was stalled out and nobody was really bidding on him.
$13,000.
$13,000, yeah. And I just thought it was a really, really nice pickup. We didn't need the horse, but again, for the people that did not get in on that high-end pacer bucket, they're not going to need an opportunity to buy into Atomic Hanover, I don't believe. So what about those people? What about our clients that maybe wanted a PA pacing colt? Well, this guy more than fits what we're trying to do in that regard. So to me, it was just it wasn't an absolute must, but it was a wise pickup, I believe, with respect to Stay Charming.
And then 167 as well, a perfect sting.
I'll tell you, we wanted a perfect sting filly. You know, a lot of people, I think, were indifferent to them last year. We were a little bit spoiled. We had one of the better ones in a perfect flop. Just a beautiful, beautiful filly. And with respect to New Jersey, this particular year also, it's perfect sting or Lazarus.
Yeah, I think everybody else moved.
Yeah, so again, if we were going to get that New Jersey pacer that we got last year, it was going to be a perfect sting. Now, this filly I just thought would bring on the higher end of the perfect sting ladder, which I wasn't really looking for. I was looking for a bargain with a perfect sting, and I thought I would find one. I was the underbidder on the one that I thought I liked the most, which was earlier in the sale. I didn't even get my hand up on the other one that Joe Holloway purchased for $175. I like that one too. But Mordecai Hanover, you know, when you look at the pedigree, here's a pacing filly. Her brother Mirage Hanover has made just a tick on him and has a mark of 46-3. Her other brother Mad Max Hanover has what, 880,000 and a mark of 47-4. And then the other one here has paced 49-4 and a 5/8 and made 424. So a pretty good family all in all. Hard not to really, really like this family. And even Amy, who doesn't lean towards pacer, we just talked about this in the video too, she doesn't lean towards pacer. She says by far the best deal yesterday, you know, and again, aside from the quote we got for 13, was the pedigree on this particular perfect sting filly. So although there was a little snafu with the father, Patrick Hishi, I was really, really happy with the way yesterday went.
How did you think it was overall, like, as a sale?
It was weird. It was weird. You know, somebody had said attendance was down. It was, but a lot of people are bidding online now.
And it only takes one person from big stables to bid.
That's right, yeah.
So
attendance was down, but was the sale down? I don't know. Did you get the official?
I did not see what...
So if they weren't touting it, that means it wasn't up. So it was down a little bit.
On social media.
Yeah, so it was down a little bit, I'm sure, but some of the horses were unattainable. I saw Andrew Harris was very busy again yesterday. The Swedes, I know Robert Lidstrom was bidding quite a bit. He ended up with... I had talked myself into thinking that Apex's brother was on the table because he was a chimpanzee and maybe people were staying away from the chimpanzees. Well, I watched Ron Burke bid on 3 chimpanzees yesterday, and when it came to Apex's brother, who I thought was a nice individual and a nice horse, so did they. Yeah. I couldn't have been more wrong. He went for $500,000, and I believe Robert Lidstrom bought the horse.
There were a few big ones, and then maybe a few
there was
that
2 or
didn't
3
bring as much as people would have thought.
Now, honestly, I think I had all but, again, talked myself into the fact that we would have our high-end pacer with Atomic Hanover. We would have our high-end trotter. I had a list of 7 or 8 that I thought we had a real good shot at, and we didn't come close in any of the high-end horses. I don't even know if I was an underbidder on one. Maybe the one I thought I would get, we were the underbidders on, but again, when you look and Andrew Harris is signing a ticket, you really weren't the underbidder.
Yeah.
There were no other bidders. Yeah. So I was a little disappointed in that regard, but it is a sale. It is still going on, and I think today we'll pick up the horse we're looking for. The horses we're looking for.
A top-end trotting colt.
No, the top-end trotter can be either. A Pennsylvania trotting colt, yes. The genders will be watched very, very closely today with respect to the trotting colt bucket for sure.
Highlighting them up top there.
Yes,
sure.
We'll be double checking like Santa to make sure that the genders were absolutely correct when it comes to the trotting colt bucket.
And today's kind of a marathon for the sale. I think they sell like...
There'll be 8 people here by the time the last few horses go through the ring. It'll feel like, but that even when Harrisburg was packed, you know what? And it's not that you can shorten the sale because people are leaving, but people do eat, and Come 6:30, you can sell whatever you want.
Yeah.
They can bid online. You wouldn't be able to start a fight in this place by the time the last 20 horses get through the ring. And somewhere in there, I'm confident in saying we will find our Pennsylvania trotting colts, our high-end trotter, and our other New York horse. We have a long list of horses that will fit in all of those buckets. So quite frankly, the stable may be done here in the yearling portion of the sale. Today, I say it that way because there are some aged horses we're looking at also later on in the week.
We're staying for the racehorses?
Yeah, Amy's been bugging me all week to stay for the racehorse side of the sale.
It looks good, kill.
Yeah, no, she loves it, but we have a family, right? My mom is an older lady, and she's taking care of the kids, and I'm sure they're fine. But Amy always worries. She's mom. She always worries about the kids and being away for too long. But this is our time. This is our last time, aside from vacations, to just be away from the kids and be together. And for you parents out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it is important, and this is like a vacation for us to be able to go to the sales, look at the horses, buy the wrong genders, and then just continue on.
And I know you're a big food guy. How was your dinner last night?
It was good. I was so mad. Many of you know I'm a bit of a scatterbrain sometimes. So I had booked supper at a restaurant, thinking it was the steakhouse I'd eaten at last year. And I knew in my back of my mind, bells were going off, but I was like, finally I got the restaurant done. Click, I put it in. So Randy is messaging me, he goes, because last night we went to Hershey to eat, which is about 25 minutes away. But when there's so many restaurants within 10, 15 minutes, 25 minutes just seems silly. But we went to a really nice place to eat. I was happy. So last night, I'm like, all right, let's get going. Randy goes, I know you like to drive, but it's 46 minutes to this restaurant. I said, it's right downtown. And he goes, you better check that. Check the reservation. I booked it in the next town over. So
when you were buying that filly.
yes. Then when I was paying attention to the genders of the horses, I booked it. No, it was just an error on my part. Luckily, we were able to get into the Progress Girl. The great thing about Harrisburg is whether you said you went to Tavern on the Hill,
yeah,
or I went to the Progress Girl, or you did actually get the right reservation downtown at the steakhouse. There's Gabriella's. Steve went to Gabriella's last night. There's great food here, and for me, for Amy and I to get our work done is great. Me, everywhere I go, I like to know where I'm going to eat that night. And there's an endless supply.
Amy, make the reservations for tonight?
No, we haven't got one yet. We're trying to figure out where we're going to go. But honestly, it's always my thing. I'm the food guy, and yes, the food is great in Harrisburg also.
We will look at some videos for today.
Yep.
Take a look at some horses potentially that are going to be on your list, and hopefully that you can get at a reasonable price there, and plenty of videos to look at, and we will be back here in a few minutes from Harrisburg.
Horse number 83, Stay Charming. So I like both of them for two very, very different reasons. This would be a younger version of this family. Number 223, Landlubber. That's right, I said Landlubber. This is an Ontario and Kentucky dual eligible colt by Bulldog Hanover. The second dam is the dam of Tattoo Artist. Many of you know him as a He's Watching horse that made $2.8 million and winning 47 multiple times. Big Pete Style. Oh my God, Big Pete Style is a brother to this horse. I did not know that. Let's get back to the top end of the pedigree page. Some beach somewhere mare with 19 wins made as a mother. She paced in 149-2 with a mark of 150-4, made $226,000. Her name is Stylish Beachwear. So this is her foal. There has been two foals before this one, a Better's Delight and a Sweet Lou. Let me see if there's an update here. There is not. So two foals that are okay, one by Better's Delight, one by Sweet Lou, and this is a Bulldog Hanover colt. His video is pretty sharp. All he's doing is pacing and bouncing around. He looks great. This is a very good looking horse, dual eligible, Ontario and Kentucky, Bulldog Hanover colt. His name is Landlubber. June 6th foal also. A June 6th foal here coming at you out of Hunterton, consignment day number 2. This is number 229, Perfect Body. This is a Perfect Sting filly. We had a Perfect Sting filly, but so did a lot of other people. Ours was very good, and some of theirs weren't. So I don't know what to tell you as far as the perfect stings go. I think people were a little soft on them, but we were 1 for 1, and we really liked the filly we had. That's certainly no indication that we're going to like the next one if we have another one. But this is a well-built, nice-bodied filly. New York only eligible by perfect sting out of a Sweet Lumiere. 3 previous foals, ambushed, 274 made, and Always Be Mickey took a 2-year-old mark of 52. Pretty good looking horse there. And then we have a betting line. Also took a 2-year-old mark of 51 and 4 and made $52,000. They do not show the third horse. Some Sweet somewhere down in the second dam. Malicious down in the third dam. This is a good family. It's a good family of horses. But this is a good looking filly. I've seen a lot of the perfect stings. They look okay. Be happy with them. But this is one good looking filly. She's really, really well put together. Can you walk her down somewhere for me? Take your pick. Number 229, Perfect Body, selling on day number 2 here in Harrisburg. That's great, thank you, sir. Well, I'm going to leave all our options open when it comes to New York. You know, we are looking for a high-end pacer. We are looking for a New York bred. I don't particularly think they'll cross paths in this sale, but on the off chance they do, we will be ready. This is number 235, Get Level. This is a Huntsville colt. He is a February 5th colt, obviously a big, strong bugger. February 5th colt out of a sister to Well Said. Seen and be seen. This is a very good family, top to bottom. You see So Surreal down there also near towards the bottom. Just a really, really strong, really good family, and a horse that I am very interested in now. He is a Huntsville, and I have nothing wrong with Huntsville. I don't know if any of you do, but when it comes to Huntsvilles, they're strong, they're powerful, and this is the right family to have both of those in. So I'm not sure about the Huntsville as far as are we going to acquire a pacer, but we are going to be looking for a high-end pacer, and we are going to be looking for a New York bred. So, as I said, on the off chance they cross paths, this would be one of the ones on that list. Number 235, Get Level, selling on day number 2. About 47 or 48 hips into day number 2 here in Harrisburg. Can you walk him down for me, sir? That's great. Now, I've kind of made up my mind that when it comes to the New York breds, I thought in my head our high-end trotter would be a Chapter 7, and our New York horse would be a back of the neck. I thought they might be affordable. It made a lot of sense. And then when I looked at the sale, one of my favorite videos in the whole sale, at least from the value point of view. You know, if I'm looking at, okay, when we're looking at what are we looking at in New York? First thing that comes to mind is Chapter 7 for everybody. All right, what else? Back of the neck in Huntsville, on the pacing and on the trotting side. This is a back of the neck, New York only eligible, February 24th, filly. Her name is E.L. Pandora. Now, first foal from a Walner mare. That Walner mare is a sister to E.L. Titan and E.L. Rocket. Third dam is Cameron Hall's mother. This is a very, very strong family at the bottom end. First foal from a Walner mare. This is a good-looking horse. The only problem with this horse is you might end up bringing a little too much money. Truthfully speaking, I don't know if we can afford E.L. Pandora in the sale placement, the way she looks, her video, her pedigree. But who knows? See what we can do. If we luck out, I would be very, very happy to fill in our New York bucket with E.L. Pandora, selling here on day number 2 at a Blue Chips consignment here in Harrisburg. Number 267, this is New Eve. Now, listen, there's a number of horses that we don't need, and King of the North fillies is probably on the list. We don't need them. But this is a filly that caught my eye for a number of reasons. One, I liked her video. Two, I like the way she looks. She's a strong, medium-sized filly who's going to be a little bit bigger. You can see her butt's kind of popped up in the air a bit. And number 3, Win DeVee, her sister, is the mother of Win Pansy. and that's the horse that Burke ended up getting halfway through the season and took off down in Kentucky. So this a fresh, young, good-looking family, a good-looking filly here with a nice video. Number 267, selling about 90 hips into day number 2. I like everything I see with this filly. I don't really know that we have a spot for her or that we need her, but this is the type of horse that we're about to price. And then if this horse falls well below that price, I'm sure there'll be more than enough people interested in partnering with us on number 267, New Eve. So again, this is an April 23rd, King of the North filly selling on day number 2. Yep. That's great, thank you. Man, oh man, this guy does stand off a little bit. This is a Captain Corey. Now, when you watch the horse's video, you'd never know that he stands like that. Now, we've had horses that stood like that did okay, but it's not something you're going out there looking for. I do love the video of this horse, and I do love the family of this horse. This is the Christa's Image, Chris Stream family. This is where we got Carter Michael Dio a long time ago. Now, this horse is not built like Carter Michael Dio either. So the third foal, the first two were a green shoe and a FaceTime bourbon. Neither lit the world on fire. Both took 2-year-old marks, though, and this is the Captain Corey brother. So I'm going to have to say I like the video, but I'm skeptical of the way he stands. I wasn't going to make the video, but I did want you guys to know that we are looking at a number of horses, this just being one of them, and he's kind of slid down the list a little bit now. Number 285, Loch Ness B. Love the video, like the horse. Not a big fan of his front feet or how the direction of them are looking, but listen, I'm sure he'll make somebody a nice horse here in Lexington. Number 285, Loch Ness B, selling on day. I'll tell you what, we never did get that high-end pacing colt, and I am looking a little bit here. And we did try and get a number of Bulldog Hanovers, even a cattle wash in Ontario. Got none of them. Struck out on all of them. This is 313 Talbot Blake. This is Backstreet Shadow's brother by Bulldog Hanover. A very, very strong family here. Some grade 1 horses in here. And of course, Backstreet Shadow with that mark of 46-2 and $1.8 million made. This is the April 12th, Ontario eligible only, which might hurt a little bit. Ontario only, brother to Backstreet Shadow by Bulldog Hanover. I'm a little surprised you don't see a horse like this on day number 1. You know, if I'm going to give any knocks, take any points off or anything, he might be a hair out up front. A hair. Certainly not bad at all. Can you walk him down for me, sir? And all in all, I mean, he's not a gigantic colt, but he's not small. He's going to be a very, very decent-sized colt when he gets to the races. Well put together, very, very strong-looking horse. So I'm a little surprised he's back here at 313, but make no mistake, he's not going to fool anybody. There's going to be plenty of eyeballs on number 313, Talbot Blake. 2 of them will be mine. Number 313, Talbot Blake, selling here on day number 2 in Harrisburg. Number 394, Captain of the Night. I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot of really, really good Captain Corys with kind of soft pedigrees in this sale, and this is one of them. This is the, let me get this right now, 3rd foal from a Cantab Hall mare. Nothing on the top end looks very interesting. 2nd dam is a couple of horses, okay. And then you have to look down to Hot Shot Blue Chip in the 3rd dam for a $1.2 million winner, and also Munis Blue Chip, a $471,000 winner. But again, those are down on the 3rd dam. Now, this is a really good looking horse. He's got a nice video. He's very, very well put together. This is the type of horse you'd want to see. And if you get a strong pedigree on day 1, there wouldn't be much point in talking about him. But number 394, Captain of the Night, is a horse I want to talk about. We're looking for some PA bred trotters, and this is a PA and Kentucky bred trotting colt. Good looking horse here, number 394, Captain of the Night, a May 3rd dual eligible trotting colt, selling on day number 2 here in Harrisburg. Would you be able to walk him just for a second for me? Thank you. Good looker this guy is. Number 445, Heemeyer. This is another Huntsville. Now, I would like to get a Chapter 7. I wouldn't even mind a back in the neck. But when it comes to New York, there's not a ton of selection that I'd be interested in anyway. I guess that's not fair to say that I'm looking for. Number 445 really caught my eye. Heemeyer's video looks really nice. And this is the first foal from a sister to Shanghai Lil. Shanghai Lil obviously made $1 million by Genesis Beach Boy, 19 wins and lots on her resume. Third dam is the mother of Bolt the Door. So you have a third dam with a world champion, a second dam who was, although does not say world champion, did lots of winning, let's say. And the first foal from a sister to her. This is Heemeyer, number 445. Be very happy to call this our New York horse for sure. This is a really, really good looking colt selling here on day number 2. Can you walk her down for me, sir? Or him, sorry. Can you walk him down for me, please? What a good looking colt this is. Now, every single sale, you're going to see the Marion Marauder and that family. Usually, these types of sales around the third dam. Oh, look at this guy. This is in the second dam. This is a Father Patrick colt out of an Andover Hall mare, and he is, as you can see, a sharp-looking colt. This is Mr. Liberty, February 5th, Pennsylvania and Maryland Development Fund colt, which is important. We're here looking for Pennsylvania trotting colts, and I would love to buy this one. I saw his video, I really liked him. Now that I've seen him in person, I think I like him even more. This is number 489, Mr. Liberty, selling on day number 2 here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
A showcase of the finest 3-year-old trotters in the nation, the Hambletonian Stakes was first contested at the Syracuse Fairgrounds in 1926.
Away from the rest of the field, it is Guy McKinney to win the first Hambletonian.
Named after Risdick's Hambletonian, the father of the American trotter. In 1981, set against the backdrop of New York City, the Meadowlands Racetrack in East Rutherford, New Jersey became the latest and longest-running host venue. The urban stage for the most memorable moments.
And he's pouring it on! McLovell has won! Here's the finish! Too close to call!
Operation Hambletonian complete! complete. It's Muscle Hill, 150-1, equaling the world record.
10 horses, $1 million, and a dream to be the best.
Harness Racing Update covers the sport from all the angles, with news, opinion, features, photography, and the most comprehensive racing, breeding, and sales stories in the game from around the globe. It's all delivered by a deep, diverse, and talented team of writers and photographers. Plus, HRU's popular Twos in Training series on YouTube gives you the first look at the stars of tomorrow. And the best news? It's all free. Subscribe to HRU today for free at harnessracingupdate.com.
Preferred Equine Online has proven time and time again to be the industry's online provider, selling the highest priced horses in all categories online, including racehorses, broodmares, yearlings, weanlings, and stallion shares. Full service, trusted and transparent. Contact Preferred for your online sales needs at www.preferredequineonline.com.
We are back here at the Harrisburg sale. We are just about an hour away from HIP. I don't even know what number we left off on yesterday, but going into the ring for the first tip of the day on Tuesday, joined here with Mark and a special guest, because I just met you as well, so maybe tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my family's been in the business for a long time. Our farm's in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. My dad's a veterinarian, so I grew up in the business. We've been coming here for 40-some years with our own consignment, and even before that, when we had our consignment with the hemp farm. So a lot of old friends here. It's always great to get to Harrisburg. And but yeah, we're breeders. We raise them and sell a crop every year, and it's kind of like home. I mean, we
not too far away.
Not too far away, so it works out well for us.
How was the sale yesterday, and then looking forward to today?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was spotty. We don't have any real headliner horses this year, so we've got some nice horses to sell, and it's a little hit or miss out there. So hopefully they'll pick up a little bit.
Yeah, we were kind of talking with Anthony about kind of the attendance maybe down yesterday a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why, but I think it'll pick up today. Actually, I don't know why.
Day two always a little bit busier than day one, maybe.
There's a different crowd that sort of moves in the last 2 days, and a lot of people are thinking they can't buy a horse on first day, which is not true. But there's always bargains out there. So, yeah.
And I asked you, being a breeder, there's a lot of nice racehorses and then broodmare prospects as well coming into the sale. So maybe a little exciting, come.
Yeah, the mixed
Thursday
sale is going to be very exciting. Everybody's talking about the offerings. I mean, there's really never been anything like it that I remember. The quality and the quantity of good horses that are going to be sold. So, yeah, that'll be a big day. And once we sell all yearlings, we kind of change our hats.
I was going to say a quick change of hats.
Yeah,
we're looking right into what
kind of see what kind of year we've had, and then try to reinvest and upgrade our broodmare herd.
What does it take to get a horse to the Harrisburg sale as a yearling?
Well, it's a 2-year process. You got to breed the mare and foal her out, and hopefully you get a live foal and a healthy foal, and then you got to raise it. So we get them in a month or so before the sale and get them broke and get them shined up, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know. It's a 2-year process from when you see them first touch the ground to when they go in the sales ring. And I always say you got to be proud as a breeder, just watching them go in there and sell, and then when they make it to the track.
Yeah, I mean you've got a lot invested in them, so.
Time, money, energy, all
That's
of
right.
it.
That's
all
right.
Of it.
All of that. So, and there's always favorites. It's just like you just always have your favorites, and they all have different personalities, and you just hope to go on and race well, so you can sell the brothers and sisters the next year for more money. So
do you have any
kinda the way it
favorites
works.
today?
Today? No, we've got a nice. We've only got 5 to sell today, but they're nice horses, and you know, they're being well received. So I think we'll do fine.
A lot of people coming over to the consignment and looking at them.
Yeah, we had good steady traffic. So
That's
see how it plays out.
And Harrisburg kind of touched on it. It's not that far away from the farm, and it's like home. So it's just at the end of the week a big breath of fresh air and maybe a little time to relax.
Exactly.
Before it all starts again in what about January?
Yeah, that's right. We get we get to put things on cruise control a little bit through the holidays, which is nice. And then you know, end of January you might start having a foal or two, and then it really pick up in February.
Are you the one that got the cameras and you got to go out there if she's having any problems?
Yeah. Well, my dad's a veterinarian, and I learned sort of the business from him, and he's still there if I need him for advice or whatever. So it's a good situation. But yeah, I'm the one getting up and pulling them out. So
2, 3, 4 a.m. anytime.
Yeah.
Whenever they decide that it's time. And family affair kind of for you guys at the farm.
It is, for sure.
And it kind of makes it a little bit maybe more sweeter.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice lifestyle. When I got married and started a family, I was living in Florida, so we decided to raise our kids on the farm, and we moved back to the area and been here for 23 years now.
You can get away from the horses, but they find their way back.
That's right.
Well, we'll let you go in the busy day 2. Hopefully a
Appreciate
good
it.
day 2 and day 3 for you. And then good luck. I'll be looking for you if you buy any brood mares or any racehorses.
We'll be trying.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
As the industry's leading sales agency, Preferred Equine's new online sales portal, Preferred Equine Online, offers the best online service available. Developed by our experienced sales team, the powerful new platform with cutting-edge technology makes buying and selling easy from the comfort of your home or office over any device. Our experienced sales team offers full customer service for buyers and sellers as it relates to the collection, distribution, and transfer of the horses offered. Sellers can enter a horse as easily as 1, 2, 3 with a searchable database while allowing comments, photos, and other documents. Buyers can view live pedigrees, past performances, and race videos. To view the sales schedule, create your account, or learn more, visit www.preferredequineonline.com or call our sales team at 914-773-7777.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
A showcase of the finest 3-year-old trotters in the nation. The Hambletonian Stakes was first contested at the Syracuse Fairgrounds in 1926.
Away from the rest of the field, it is Guy McKinney to win the first Hambletonian.
Named after Risdick's Hambletonian, the father of the American Trotter. In 1981, set against the backdrop of New York City, the Meadowlands Racetrack in East Rutherford, New Jersey became the latest and longest running host venue, the urban stage for the most memorable moments.
And he's pouring it on. McLovell has won. Here's the finish. Too close to call.
Operation Hambletonian complete. It's Muscle Hill 150-1, equaling the world record.
10 horses, $1 million, and a dream to be the best.
Harness Racing Update covers the sport from all the angles, with news, opinion, features, photography, and the most comprehensive racing, breeding, and sales stories in the game from around the globe. It's all delivered by a deep, diverse, and talented team of writers and photographers. Plus, HRU's popular Twos in Training series on YouTube gives you the first look at the stars of tomorrow. And the best news? It's all free. Subscribe to HRU today for free at harnessracingupdate.com.
Number 515, Sublime. This tactical landing. Now, of course, when you guys hear me say we're after, a high-end pacer, a New York, tactical landing's not on the list. But at the same time, if we just focus on what we absolutely need, we may miss things that we might need. So we don't need a tactical landing trotting filly at all. But I'm going to take a look at all the horses just in case. I mean, there's not going to be anybody complain if we buy a undervalued, good-looking trotter from New Jersey at all. I don't think, that I'm aware of anyway. So number 515, Sublime, this New Jersey and Kentucky Bay filly out of a Chapter 7 mare. That's the second foal. This is the third foal from the Chapter 7 mare. Requiem is in the second dam. Oh, I don't even know if I should have mentioned Requiem. Requiem only made $49,500, but took a 2-year-old mark of 54. This is a decent family and a good-looking filly. So way back at 515, might get lost in the shuffle, and that's really what a couple of these videos are for. I'm going to bring you what we need. I'm going to bring you all the ones that I think we need and we might get. But along the way, I'm going to also bring you horses that I think are good-looking horses and worth mentioning. And number 515, Sublime, is most definitely one of those horses. Selling here on day, I'm not certain if this is day 2, it must be day 2, late in day number 2, number 515, Sublime. I'm a little perplexed. I don't understand why 526 is at 526. This is a Sweet Lou colt, Pennsylvania only, brother to Keystone Phoenix. Now this mother, pending approval, has 5 foals. All 5 were winners, and the brother, Keystone Phoenix, by well said, made $638,000. The second dam, Strike a Balance, is the mother of Strike an Attitude, who made $1,870,000. This is a very, very strong family, top to bottom. That's why I was a little surprised to see this horse way back at 526. Very well put together colt, looks good. An interesting horse, really good looking horse. This is a horse you'd think would be at like 130, 140. 526 is a little surprising. Anyway, very good looking colt, a colt I like very much. Nice video, number 526, Keystone Carnegie, selling here on day 3 in Harrisburg. Can you just walk in for 1 sec? Hey, how you doing?
Anthony, were you waiting for this 465 or no? No? It's all right. Yep.
All right, number 566. We're with 4 people, and none of them like this horse, except me. This is Big Dog Daddy. Now, last year, I imposed my will in Lexington, and I purchased Rico Tubbs because I liked him. Now, there's going to be a lot of horses we look at. It's only our first day here. This horse is towed out, which makes you think, well, Anthony, New York, heavy horse, towed out. He's going to hit himself. Look at his video. This horse does not look, one, he doesn't look as heavy as he is right here on his video, and two, he certainly doesn't look like he's going to hit himself. I like the way he moves. I like everything about this horse. I have to take a step back and wonder if maybe I like him so much because other people don't, and maybe it is true. But when I see this horse, I see a horse that's not going to bring a whole lot of money. On day 3, he's going to be passed over, and there is money in here, right? His brother, Big City Pearl, or his mother, whatever, his sister, I guess, took a 2-year-old mark at 55 and made $286,000 by Chapter 7. Had 18 wins. So again, when you make 286 and won 18 races, most of those races, I would suspect, are minor stake spoils. This isn't a deep stake family. Just a really good-looking horse that I thought would fill in some gaps. And honestly, as I say it out loud, we don't need any gaps filled in our stable. I just really like Big Dog Daddy. I think he's a nice horse. I think he'll do us some good if we were to get him. But the reality of the situation is our partners that are with us will likely be the voice of reason, and we won't be buying number 566. But I wouldn't hesitate. I like him. I still like him. We'll see what happens here in Harrisburg on day 3. Number 599. This is a day 3. Day 3 Bay filly. Amy and Rob are looking at her saying, where did all the weight come from? Well, just look at the mother side. This is a muscle mass mare. So Greenland is a New York only eligible filly. April 28th by back of the neck at a Supergirl Riley. Supergirl Riley took a 2-year-old mark 56-4, 3-year-old mark of 52-2, a 4-year-old mark of 51-3, made $467,000. This was a muscle mass. This is her daughter. Now I'm going to look at how many foals. We have 3 previous foals. All 3 are winners. A Swan for All. It was a winner. A Chapter 7, 2 Chapter 7s were both winners. Nobody lit the world on fire, but her brother did. Her brother's Muscle Hustle, $198,000 made here, $273 international money, another muscle mass. This is not a muscle mass. This is, well, it couldn't be a muscle mass. This is a back of the neck, big, good-looking, beautiful filly. Her name is Greenland. Selling here on late in day number 2. What a good looking filly this is. Really interesting horse here. Let's see what happens late in day number 2. I'll tell you right now, day number 2, people start to thin out very quickly. It's a bit of a marathon day, and this horse will be going in the ring just as they're leaving. Number 599, Greenland, selling here day number 2 in Harrisburg.
Welcome back to day 2 of the Harrisburg sale here, getting closer and closer to the first tip going into the ring for day 2, joined with a special guest in Dustin Jones. Dustin, it's nice to have you, and you're coming off of a pretty good year.
Yeah, we had a real good year. We had top filly in Ontario. She won the super final and raced in the Breeders' Crown, and some of the other players, horses did real well also all year long.
It's got to be special, just make the Breeders' Crown and then competing in the final, whether first or last. It just means something to make it to the end of the year into the biggest race.
Yeah, and especially with a homebred.
Right.
So that was a good accomplishment.
Family kind of affair too. You had Tyler driving, and what a performance she put up in that Ontario Super Final, and then a really good elimination, and it's just special to make it there.
Yeah, it was. And it was a cherry on the cake was Tyler being able to drive her, and he drove her well all year.
And I'm just learning here that you're selling some horses as well. So not only do you obviously raise and race them, you're going to partake in selling a few horses this year.
Yes, every year we sell a few here and in Lexington. And that sort of helps balance off. If you have a bad year racing, it sort of balances off for the balance sheet there at the end of the year if you sell a few.
And bingo night was that Star Filly. You're selling her sibling?
Yeah, I'm selling her full brother today, hip 338.
It's got to be exciting. Are you like a little nervous?
I'm always a little nervous before. I'm hoping that
or anxious
somebody,
or excited?
Well, a little bit of all. Hoping that we do well selling, and you never know what's going to happen.
Is there any case of like buying back? Maybe if you didn't, you have like a number?
Yeah, we've sold and we've bought back. We bought a filly back last year for $40,000, and we sold 2 in Lexington, one for $105 and another one for $70. We sort of like to it's going to cost us like $30,000 to raise them,
Right.
so we sort of want to protect our interest a little bit.
And if you don't bring that, might as well try them.
Yeah, well, we can train them, and
Right.
you know, like that's one advantage. I get to train them if we don't get our price.
In years past, I've seen you kind of go up and down the road from Ontario to Lexington. Did you do that in 2025 as well?
Yeah, I spent the summer there actually racing 7 Kentucky breds, but it was a little tough. The Ontario breds paid for the Kentucky breds.
Yeah, that's good. Lexington's a good area to be in though all summer. Nice weather this year.
Yeah, we spent the summer at Jean-Pierre Dubois' farm in Paris, and we had an Airbnb 10 minutes from there. It was a really nice place to spend the summer.
Is it good to be back home in Canada?
Well, right now I'm back in Florida.
Oh, so
we spend the winter
You
in
never
Florida.
have to be like cold.
No, it'll be our 9th winter in Florida, so it's nice.
It's fun to
no
go
more
down
cold
there
hands.
to the training center in Florida, and they're all just beautiful down there.
Yeah, we're at Swanstead's place, so that's. I thought that was the nicest place when we looked at all the places before we decided to go.
That is a nice. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head.
Polima Trotting.
Yes, and it's kind of newer. They just kind of got it 3 or 4 years ago.
No, it's been a while. The Benders from Sweden built it, and Aki and Sarah own a piece of it also. So it's definitely made for the horses.
And it's on a nice, not too far away from a lot of things.
Yeah, we're in Vero Beach, so we're an hour and a half from Orlando, an hour and a half from West Palm Beach.
And close to a beach, right?
Yeah, we're close to the beach. We're 10 minutes from the beach.
So it's kind of a good year, over $480,000 made American. So we did
Yeah.
a quick translation. But kind of limited amount of starters, and it's kind of, I think, more rewarding that way when you send out a small stable and they kind of outperform for you.
Yeah. I think in Canadian it was like over 600,000 and maybe 100 starts. I'm not really sure. And no, that's good. And then we get the Breeders' Awards from Ontario, which helps a lot too. And then we sell a couple of horses, so it makes for. We have to work at it though.
Are you looking forward to anything in 2026?
Nah, just bringing bingo night back and hope we get another one of the. We're training 11 right now, babies, and hopefully one of them turns out good.
How special is it to do a lot of things with Tyler on the bike?
Real good. It's fun. I probably would have retired if he hadn't got back in the business, because I'm going to be 65, and it was just like creating a job. It's more fun where you're working with him, and my wife also works with the horses in the wintertime, so it's a family thing.
Any moments when he gets off the track and you just put the blinders up and don't talk to him for a couple
Sometimes.
hours?
Well, no, usually I'm like right off the cuff, so I should maybe do a 24-hour rule, but anyway, it happens and everything's good after.
And I mean, it happens to everybody, not just.
Yeah, but not very often. He does a real good job out there. He's very patient with the horses, starting them off. That's a big advantage.
Yeah.
He takes it easy with them the first few starts, and then after that, they're good to go for the rest of the summer.
So not only are you selling some horses, you're obviously here to look at some horses as well. So kind of wearing a few different hats during the course of the week.
I've got 4 pacing fillies, 5 trotting fillies, and 2 trotting colts, and I'd like to get a couple Ontario pacing colts.
So looking kind of like the Bulldogs?
Bulldog and a cattle wash.
Oh yeah, this cattle wash obviously had a pretty good year up there.
Yeah, he had a really good year. I had a filly. She was a grassroots filly, but she showed up every week to race.
Anyone today or yesterday? Start with yesterday. Did you purchase any yesterday?
No, that's out of my league.
And then
the ones I liked, they went way too high.
You just watch them walk in?
Yeah.
Watch them walk right out. And then any today on the radar?
No, maybe a trotting colt today, but it's King of the North, and they're pretty hard to get.
They are hard to get. They're selling really well, and they look the part though.
Yeah,
so
they
we'll
do.
See.
They do. They're long. They're made right, and they have good videos. So.
What's the goal for the end of the year number when you get to Florida? How many yearlings do you want there?
I think there's 3 empty stalls on the farm. So if I buy 3, I can buy 3 here. If I don't, well, somebody else will get the other stalls.
The other stalls. So
yeah,
looking for a full barn when you get down there.
Yeah, we could have up to 21. 7 3-year-olds or 2-year-olds coming 3. And 14 babies.
Is bingo night out or down in Florida enjoying a little off time?
Yeah, she got there Thursday morning, and she'll be off until after New Year's.
So, when did you say you'll bring her back, or
we'll
start training?
Train back right.
Jogging back.
Yeah, right after New Year's.
So a little break.
Yeah,
Well-deserved
she'll have
break.
2 months.
Yeah,
60
down-
days off. That's good.
Down there in the warm weather and enjoying life.
Yeah, relaxing. She deserves it.
Yeah. Do you see her? Is she at the farm that you're at?
Yeah, we bring them to the farm there.
So you get to see.
That way I can keep an eye on her all the time.
Yeah.
I heard Doc Moore said the same thing about Bojangles. He'd like to have them close by.
Yeah, I seen Bojangles just got to Florida the other day as well,
Yeah.
and he's going to deserve some, or get some much deserved rest time. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Okay,
and chatting
great.
For
That was
a
fun.
while, and
All right.
good luck selling.
Yeah.
And then good luck. Yeah, hopefully you capture some pacing colts that you're looking for.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yep. See you, Dustin.
Bye.
Harness Racing Update covers the sport from all the angles, with news, opinion, features, photography, and the most comprehensive racing, breeding, and sales stories in the game from around the globe. It's all delivered by a deep, diverse, and talented team of writers and photographers. Plus, HRU's popular Twos in Training series on YouTube gives you the first look at the stars of tomorrow. And the best news? It's all free. Subscribe to HRU today for free at harnessracingupdate.com.
As the industry's leading sales agency, Preferred Equine's new online sales portal, Preferred Equine Online, offers the best online service available. Developed by our experienced sales team, the powerful new platform with cutting-edge technology makes buying and selling easy from the comfort of your home or office over any device. Our experienced sales team offers full customer service for buyers and sellers as it relates to the collection, distribution, and transfer of the horses offered. Sellers can enter a horse as easily as 123 with a searchable database while allowing comments, photos, and other documents. Buyers can view live pedigrees, past performances, and race videos. To view the sales schedule, create your account, or learn more, visit www.preferredequineonline.com or call our sales team at 914-773-7777.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Said it's getting a little more noise in here.
And welcome back to the Harrisburg sales. We are again getting closer and closer to the first horse of the day on day 2, going into the sales ring, joined with a very special guest, Tom Grossman of Blue Chip Farms. Tom, welcome.
Thank you.
I just said it was a long week, but it's only Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, that's Harrisburg, but it starts long before for us, getting them on the truck, getting them here, getting them settled. So
You have to be here Sunday for show day.
yeah,
So you start moving them what?
Saturday. Yeah.
Couple trips back and forth.
Yeah, we have a truck of our own and a couple commercial shippers, and you know ours are, I think, handled much more than most, but there's still 40 basic orangutans getting on the truck at the same time it's nerve-wracking. You've raised them for a year and a half and invested everything in one bad move, and you lose one, which happens from time to time.
And the ship is about 4 hours?
Yeah, for us, about 4 hours.
So then when they get here, they're probably even more worked up getting off the trailer.
Yeah, again, we've refined the process, so we've practiced with them 6 months ago and 9 months ago, so it's not totally new to them. And once they get here and in the store, they're yelling at each other and everything, but they're used to it, and it's okay. And then towards the end of the week, you run into them just getting tired. You know, they've been dragged in and out of the stall, and you know, you get a colt that you know is nice and bright or whatever, and he's hanging his head and everything, and it's hard by the end. But with the 3-day format, it's not so bad.
How was the day one of the sale for you?
I'd say it was a B. I think 3 years ago we would have been happy. I think we got spoiled the last year or two, and it's more frustration as to there's no logical reason why it should be down, whatever it is, 10% versus last year. It's still a fine number, but to me, there's every reason for it to be up logically, but it's not. And I think I know why. But
how are we rolling in today too?
I'm happy. I think you know, that's really where our meat and potatoes are. We never sell the $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 horse for whatever reason, but we put our money where our mouth is this year and have a lot of New York breds, which I think people are really finally understanding the value of that program. With the new $1 million race for 2-year-olds was added for the first time this year. So we've had a lot of people come say, let me see all your New York breds. And fortunately, we had a feel for that and put our money where our mouth was, as I said, 3 years ago when making these breeding decisions. So I think we're going to have a very solid day too.
What about that program in New York? Just, you know, you said put your money where your mouth is, and New York breds are kind of on the rise, so it's got to be, you know, you did it, and people are kind of rewarding you for it.
Yeah, like everything in this business, it's much longer term than you want it to be. You know, we're sort of considered the face of the New York program. And so we had to start with political lobbyists and all sorts of things to make politicians understand the value of the sport, which other states have gone through. They did respond, and we have increased money in New York. We had, like I said, there was the Apple race at the end of the year, which was $1 million of just brand new money. All of that at the same time where the full crop has gone down, you know, steadily in New York, everywhere, but in New York particularly for the last 6 or 7 years. So you have increased purses and less horses. Should be a very good formula for investment.
A lot of horses went out of that Big Apple race and went up to Woodbine and competed very well in the Breeders' Crown, despite it being just 6 days back.
Yes. It is the whole Grand Circuit sire stakes relationship is hard, and they have a big meeting every year, and that we were very concerned about that 6-day turnaround, but you know, the trainers know what they're doing, and when you put the money up, they find it.
Horses won coming out of the Big Apple.
Yeah.
Elimination, came back, won the final. So that's racing 3 straight weeks, coming back in 6 days, and then obviously being sharp still for the final.
Well, it's encouraging for me to see that people realize that. But yes, you know, and I think if Pear's horse didn't draw the 8-post, you know, another one,
right.
You know, that horse. You know, and there was a lot of those horses that were one rung below that, but were in the Big Apple, et cetera, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Those horses all made $200,000, and I believe that if they were PA breds or whatever, they far less. And I think we've been saying that, but in this business, no one believes it till they can see it. And you win in sentiment about the New York program, which is very exciting for us. But as you said, it did start 3 years ago when we decided to breed all the mares in New York. It started 7 years ago with investment in politicians, in lobbyists, etc.
It took years to make a movement.
And you know what's really frustrating is that you get a bunch of politicians to undervalue harness racing to the general economy. You add them because the story is a matter of education, and then there's an election and you start all over again.
Yeah.
You know, and we've been at this since we got teased through 20 years ago. And if you told me part of owning a harness farm is dealing with political lobbyists, I wouldn't have believed it.
Having to go stand up in front of them.
But that's the fact, yeah.
So an exciting sale on the yearling side this year, but we've touched on it with a few other interviewees, just how good the racehorses and the brood were. Well, you're going to go shopping ready?
I am. Everyone laughs. You know, I say you're allowed to take money out of this industry. You know, so you have a good yearling sale, and then you come to the mixed sale and swear you're going to save a little money so you don't sweat so much this year, and somehow you buy mares. Yeah, and I do think it's a weird situation this year. There's been a lot of press about how big the mixed sale is, confluence of unrelated events of people getting divorced, getting old, whatever. And I think that actually has had a negative sentiment a little bit on the yearling market. They're like, all these smart people are getting out of the business. You know, why am I buying into the business? But if you look, again, Mr. Siegel has said, he's just getting old, and Libfield and Katz are getting divorced, and there's very good reasons for it. But it's been a little bit of an overhang, I think. People like, why is everyone selling? And that sort of feeds on itself a little bit. And I think it didn't help the sale yesterday.
I've heard a few different people in interviews. It's unfortunate that some of these dispersals are happening, but it's just so many more opportunities for the younger people to get in the business. But you're right. If you're back sitting thinking, why are these people getting out? But you don't really know the whole story. Age can play a little involvement in it.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's met Mr. Siegel knows that he loves the business.
Right.
But you can't take them. You don't have family that wants them. You can't just say, okay, I'm done. It's a process to unwind that mess.
Things in this business are generational too, so you're right. If you don't have family to pass it down to, you just have to kind of give it up, and hopefully somebody wants to purchase it.
Yeah, and again, long-term greedy, where the real value is investing for 3 or 4 or 5 years from now. Everyone wants to buy a yearling and go make $1 million and then stand it as a stallion, and I'm not against buying lottery tickets, but buying some of those mares, that you believe in, I think it's been the best return on the business for me. But there's no immediate gratification. You bring her home, you foal the foal out, you raise the foal for a year and a half. So finally, you're getting cash flow 3 years hence. So, like anything, if it's too easy, the return's probably not there.
You have to have patience when it comes to buying
everything in this, and developing the yearlings, everything.
Patience,
Yes.
And you're looking forward to day 2 and 3.
I am. Again, I think we have a lot of really good sire stakes kind of horses to sell, and I think, look, the purse money is as good as it's ever been. The trainers are making money. The owners, racehorse people are making money. So it's sort of a separate market. That 200,000 and above, that's not necessarily financial decisions. Some of that is just glory and whatever. But I think today we'll see that the health of the industry is as good as we thought.
Well, we wish you luck. You're always fun to talk to.
Thank you very much.
Desk, and best of luck the rest of the time. And then, hey, have fun shopping out there too.
Okay, that's 2 days hence. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Number 674, Deep Pockets. I always am drawn towards these international monies. I don't know whether it's just subconsciously one of my favorite sires or what, but the videos are nice. They present nice in person. Very, very nice horse. Now again, if we're gonna take marks off, you see the splints up front. This is indicative of the breed to begin with. So number 674, international money, Pennsylvania only. Now this isn't PA and Kentucky, it is Pennsylvania only. Bay Colt, March 11th. Good family, Wishing Stone mare. You don't see that very often. You get all the way down to the 2nd and 3rd dam. Down in the 3rd, you find Godiva Hall, Highland Mowgli, all very, very powerful family here at the bottom of the page. So again, this would be making up our PA trotting colt bucket if we happen to get all the way to 670, which I highly doubt we will. Number 674, Deep Pockets, a horse that we're looking at, very easily could fit into that trotting colt bucket. We'll see how things play out here in Harrisburg, but late on day 2 or early day 3, I'm not sure. Number 674, the March 11th colt named Deep Pockets. Number 812 is Rear Window. Rear Window is the brother to Spitfire Overseas. Now, if I'm going to be honest, we passed on the international money brother last year. He went for nothing, and he's made just a hair under 200,000 now, I believe. overseer. 53-2 is a 2-year-old. No, I lied. $109,000 made. But he has had an extremely good year. That's Spitfire's brother. I love the way Spitfire looked when he was a baby, and he brought a lot. I did not like how his brother looked, and he still made a lot. So this, and the sister got injured at 2 and is breeding horses. So this is a very, very good family, and obviously a family that's been good to us. I was looking for a back of the neck, and this is a New York eligible only colt by back of the neck. Number 812 Rear Window horse. I am going to be paying very, very close attention to late in the sale. 800s late in the sale. Day number, what will feel like 35 here in Harrisburg. Number 812 Rear Window, an April 16th colt, a brother to Spitfire overseas. Looks a lot like him, actually. Selling here in Harrisburg on day number 3. Something went off here. A red light went on here and then I turned it off. It's going again. We're good? Number 841, this is Keystone Augusta, Captain Corey brother to a horse we only had for a short period of time. She was just a condition claimer, Chime Bell, but she did good for us, I think. And then we ended up selling her. Now this is a much bigger, stronger version of Chime Bell. Chime Bell was a bar hopping. This is a Captain Corey colt, Pennsylvania only, and a really, really good looking colt. Another horse, odd. You know, I guess the reason you saw this year a lot of the Captain Corys were towards the end or scattered throughout the catalogs is because nobody knew what they were going to be. But when it comes to next year, I think you're going to see quite a different thing happen. So number 841, Keystone Augusta, Captain Corey colt, out of Miss Altsville. Very good mare in her own right. And this would be the first colt from this dam. So number 841, Keystone Augusta, selling here late. I guess day 4. This has got to be day 3, day 4, day 3, I guess, in Harrisburg. You walk him just for a second. No, don't get killed though. Wherever way you want. How's that? What's up, Andrew?
Got the wife on video duty, eh?
Yeah, Curtis can't be here till tomorrow. Till tonight, I guess. I don't.
Why'd you gotta be busy on you?
What's that?
Why'd you gotta be busy on you?
He's busy all the time.
I know.
Yeah. The camera guy that we usually use, he's got bad allergies. This place.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, tuberculosis. He'd have it in a week. Just another really good-looking international money filly here. This is a February the 18th international money filly out of a Muscle Hill mare. Now, when you look at this family, I'll give you a little update because I know the difference. The second dam goat, the horse in the second dam goat, was exported. I don't know why they don't have this written in here. Maybe they do. I'm just looking. No, they don't. This horse was exported to Europe. I know he was because I talked to the people that bought him and the people that sold him. So number 853, you look at Bradeur in the second dam, Adore Me, third dam, Adore Me in the third dam, and way down to the fourth dam, you get to Pampered Princess. So what I'm looking at, 1 is a Pennsylvania trotting filly, which actually we don't need. 2, single eligibility to Pennsylvania. 3, a horse way at the back of the sale that's probably not going to bring a lot of money. For some reason, the international monies, people just don't favor them as much as we do. So what you're looking at is a very inexpensive Pennsylvania trotting filly that has a really nice video and a really nice way of going and a nice way of acting too. Sharp body, sharp head on her. And I know for those of you watching closely, you're going to say, she's towed out. I haven't seen an international money that isn't yet, but I also haven't seen very many that interfere and actually hit themselves. So number 853, although this is probably a useless video for you, we don't need a trotting filly from Pennsylvania, but at the same time, who knows? We'll see. See what happens with Bavaria Blue Chip, number 853, selling late in day number 3 here in Harrisburg.
And now we are back on the desk here at Harrisburg, joined with Tyler Jones, who we just caught up with his dad, Dustin Jones, and first time in Harrisburg.
It is my first time in Harrisburg. Usually I'm busy driving or taking care of some horses that are left over before my dad goes to Florida, so I took a little time to have my horseman vacation.
Yeah, not a bad idea. And Harrisburg, a nice place to come, and especially when you've never experienced it before. And you guys are selling some, buying some.
Yeah,
a few days off. Well deserved.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a good year for me and for my old man, and We had some nice horses, so it's nice to be able to sell them too, and looking forward to watching them go across the ring.
He kind of said it. You kind of came back into the business, maybe left for a few years and then came back?
I did. So I used to race just part-time, and I went to university, and I was a social worker for 5 years. And then when COVID hit, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I just found myself looking at horses and watching races more than I was doing my actual job. So I said, well, maybe I should make a switch.
I've said it before. You can leave the horses, but they always find their way back.
Oh, 100%.
If it's in the family, it's not going to go anywhere, and just have to love the animal. And clearly, this is your third season in a row going over $1 million. So working out well.
Yes, I think so. And had some really good opportunities this year. The horse that my major horse was Big Go Night, and she went all the way to the Breeders' Crown final, so that was extremely exciting. And
that'd be exciting, partaking in the Breeders' Crown, but then being at home, and then obviously being with your dad's horse.
That's just everything. That means everything to him, to me, and to our family. Is just.
And your first super final win as well came this year.
Yeah, correct. Had some luck in the super finals, had some seconds and thirds, but this year was the first winner, and pretty incredible to win it out of the 10-hole with a 2-year-old trotting filly.
And this business is all about opportunities, especially for the young people. Your dad has obviously trusted you to guide these horses, and it has to mean a lot, and that opens up opportunities for other people to see you as well.
Yeah, so you got to get that exposure, and he's definitely giving me the opportunities to show what I can do, and it's up to me to do the rest.
I asked him if he puts the blind bridle on when you come in, maybe after a bad steer. Do you know when you give one maybe not the best trip?
When you pull up and you come back to the paddock, I know now that what I'm doing, I get a pretty good idea of what to expect from him. And
do you say sorry, or do you just kind of brush it under?
Oh no, I just hang my hat and
don't talk about it. Put the helmet down and walk away.
Try to walk away.
Maybe better than saying, yeah, sorry, put that one in a bad spot. We'll try again next week, and then you got to hear about it.
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen very.
Does he give you much instruction when you go out to race?
No, but he, everything that I've learned a lot from him, or most of everything I've learned from him, and we talk a lot about racing, and we talk a lot about strategy and theories and how to drive and what to do, and he doesn't really tell me anymore before the races. He lets me do what I got to do, but
he said patience, so it's not a bad thing to be patient, especially with the young ones that you guys have.
Yeah, especially with the 2-year-olds and the trotters, you gotta have the hands, and you gotta be patient. Because
do you hold your breath sometimes going behind the gate with the young trotters?
Oh yeah, you gotta grip the lines a little tighter sometimes.
So your dad goes to Florida for the winter. You stay up at Woodbine and drive?
Yeah, just drive in the wintertime and get through the winter and look
Florida
forward to spring.
All?
Yeah, so Mohawk always has that week off at the end of March, and usually last year I went down and I went and qualified a few at Spring Garden. And, trained some babies, yeah. It was Florida. No, it's not. It's a working vacation, just like it is here.
But even it gets obviously, it's cold now here to me, but no vacations, January, February, go check the babies out?
Nah. Too busy here. I like driving too much to.
How many times does your dad call you and say, Tyler, I think we have one?
Like every day.
Every day he comes off the track, it's somebody different.
Yeah. And then there's some that lay down on the track, but then they turn out all right.
Obviously, you've had a lot of success this year with the trotters, but what's your go-to? Colts, fillies, pacers, trotters?
I love a good trotting filly. There's nothing better than a good trotting filly.
I don't think a lot of people say that answer.
I love trotting fillies.
Attitude.
There's something about it. Oh, you gotta have the attitude.
And obviously it worked out this year.
Yeah.
So you gotta be looking forward to Bingo Night coming back at 3.
Yes, that is gonna be a lot of fun, hopefully.
Maybe see you at Scioto down to the Breeders' Crown in 26.
I hope so.
Have you ever been there?
Scioto, no. So I gotta make a trip.
Yeah, maybe we can get you back there for the eliminations and then the finals, of course, as well. Anything else you're looking forward to in 2026?
Just working, keep working, keep progressing on what we're doing and what I'm doing, and hopefully, turn it into good. Like you said, like the last 3 years, $1 million, and hopefully click it over to two.
This
3.
is American. Sorry, I don't have it.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, but hopefully turn it into some bigger numbers eventually.
What's the goals for you? Are you one of the drivers that set some goals at the beginning of the season? Maybe like I want to reach the $1 million mark, or I want to reach the $1.5 million mark.
No, like right now, like my main goal is just to win a G1. Like I want to win a G1 so bad, and I was so close to finish second with Bingo Night in the Peaceful Way, and then had a good chance in the Breeders' Crown. But definitely winning a G1, that's the.
Not a bad goal, but Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Got to catch up with your dad, now I get to catch up with you
Yep.
and follow you a little bit more this year. Good luck.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
your goals come true, and hopefully we're talking to you in the winner's circle at Saddle Downs in 2026 for that Breeders' Crown.
That sounds like a good goal.
Good luck, Tyler.
Thank you.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
A showcase of the finest 3-year-old trotters in the nation, the Hambletonian Stakes was first contested at the Syracuse Fairgrounds in 1926.
Away from the rest of the field, it is Guy McKinney to win the first Hambletonian.
Named after Risdick's Hambletonian, the father of the American trotter. In 1981, set against the backdrop of New York City, the Meadowlands Racetrack in East Rutherford, New Jersey became the latest and longest running host venue. The urban stage for the most memorable moments.
And he's pouring it on! McLovell has won! Here's the finish! Too close to call!
Operation Hambletonian complete! It's Muscle Hill, 150-1, equaling the world record!
10 horses, $1 million, and a dream to be the best.
Harness Racing Update covers the sport from all the angles, with news, opinion, features, photography, and the most comprehensive racing, breeding, and sales stories in the game from around the globe. It's all delivered by a deep, diverse, and talented team of writers and photographers. Plus, HRU's popular Twos and Training series on YouTube gives you the first look at the stars of tomorrow. And the best news? It's all free. Subscribe to HRU today for free at harnessracingupdate.com.
Preferred Equine Online has proven time and time again to be the industry's online provider, selling the highest priced horses in all categories online, including racehorses, broodmares, yearlings, weanlings, and stallion shares. Full service, trusted and transparent. Contact Preferred for your online sales needs at www.preferredequineonline.com.
Oh. No, fuck them. I mean, I could. They'd probably yell at me.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
A showcase of the finest 3-year-old trotters in the nation, the Hambletonian Stakes was first contested at the Syracuse Fairgrounds in 1926.
Away from the rest of the field, it is Guy McKinney to win the first Hambletonian.
Named after Risdick's Hambletonian, the father of the American trotter. In 1981, set against the backdrop of New York City, the Meadowlands Racetrack in East Rutherford, New Jersey became the latest and longest running host venue. The urban stage for the most memorable moments.
And he's pouring it on! McLovell has won! Here's the finish! Too close to call!
Operation Hambletonian complete! It's Muscle Hill, 150-1, equaling the world record!
10 horses, $1 million, and a dream to be the best.
Harness Racing Update covers the sport from all the angles, with news, opinion, features, photography, and the most comprehensive racing, breeding, and sales stories in the game from around the globe. It's all delivered by a deep, diverse, and talented team of writers and photographers. Plus, HRU's popular Twos in Training series on YouTube gives you the first look at the stars of tomorrow. And the best news? It's all free. Subscribe to HRU today for free at harnessracingupdate.com.
Preferred Equine Online has proven time and time again to be the industry's online provider, selling the highest price horses in all categories online, including racehorses, broodmares, yearlings, weanlings, and stallion shares. Full service, trusted and transparent. Contact Preferred for your online sales needs at www.preferredequineonline.com.
Oh, that's where he is.
We are live here. The first horse of the day, Hip 181, is in the ring selling, and we're not in a hurry to get there for the first today.
No, about 30 or 40 hips before I'm really looking at a horse. We're trying to get, if you're looking to buy a horse, right now, if you look at the bleachers behind them, not a ton of people here right now, and they'll thin out towards the end.
That's my budget right there, $5,000.
Yeah. Well, even on day one, the second horse in the ring brought $3,000.
Yeah.
So it's a weird sale. Like, I've been coming to Harrisburg for a long time. It just feels different today, and I don't know why. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. It just feels a little bit different.
And not that many people back here again. I know
Yeah.
it's early.
day one, so you guys can't see it, but day one, the back ring, they're usually 3 deep around the ring.
Right.
Like if you're going
Chair
to bid,
stacked.
if you're going to the ring, you have to kind of work your way through the crowd to bid. And yesterday, and most definitely today, we don't see that. But there are people bidding online. I've talked to a number of people that said, I just stayed home, I'm bidding online. You know, they'll have a trainer come and look at horses or whatever. But I guess it's going to happen like that at times, right? I think that's in life in general. You know, you think that an event is going to be spectacular and you get there and it just isn't, right? Just one of those things.
And I mean, you can't have the up years without having maybe a down year in between as well. You know, you get these high 10, 12% better years because you have, quote, a down year.
And I think you hit it right on the head. There's got to be some ebb and flow.
I mean, it's like wagering, right? You have a down year because the year before was so good, and then you have a down year. So.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a lot of the political maybe storylines that are going on in the world are definitely on that border of Canada. There may be some people just deciding they were going to stay home, and that does happen. You know, and to me, it wouldn't factor in, but to a lot of people, and I say it because I know a lot of my friends didn't come down here for a number of reasons, but I would have to believe that it probably played a role.
And so 30 to 40 before you're even looking at buying one. So
I spent all morning double checking genders. That's the first thing I did.
Cool. That's
I have the correct gender now. Luckily, there's only 2. We're back to 2. This is a mistake I don't plan on repeating.
We have a few Colts, PA Colts. Maybe I'll find you. Give me the numbers here. I'll find you and make sure.
Absolutely. That's the one thing. There is a lot of Colts, and I think that the one thing a day like today, and especially tomorrow, for somebody that buys horses, you got to be careful because you can buy a lot. And I'm not here to buy a lot of horses. We're here to do a job, and unfortunately, I made a little mistake yesterday. But
if you want to walk away with 4, but you know there's 8 that you like in the price range, it's hard to say.
I heard another very tall, very prominent trainer walk by me a little while ago, and I could hear them say, you know, if you don't watch, you could end up with 3 barns full of babies here. Yeah. And it's true. There's a lot of really, really good-looking horses here, and there are going to be some deals here today. But as much as we're a value purchasing barn, we're here to do a job, and I think that 2 or 3, well, likely now 2.
Amy's not going to be able to leave your side today.
And she won't. I'm surprised she isn't here already. So I would say 2 PA trotting colts. We will get our New York horse. We will. The high-end trotter is going to be the problem. We'll see. Because you're still the same people here buying those types of pedigrees. Now you have a smaller number of horses and the same amount of pockets. That one might be a little tricky, but I'm optimistic that we'll do well today.
Yeah, Curtis is basically giving you every single view of bidding-wise at Harrisburg.
He's done a great job.
Yeah, done a great job. And,
that's generally where we hang out, just on the right there. But I noticed that the bid spotter up there on the crow's nest. Yeah, it looked like he might have been an NFL referee yesterday. I had to get his attention twice.
I've watched people jump up and down.
Yeah, I just said enough's enough. I went out front to where I see all these bid spotters at all the sales, and there's 2 or 3 guys that I usually stay kind of close to in Lexington. Those guys are out front, so we actually spent a lot of time in front yesterday.
And they know your little signals. You know, you don't want to be.
Well, they know.
You don't have to jump up and down
because I generally bid on a lot of horses. So when they're panning the crowd, so to speak, if they happen to see me, they're going to look and see if I'm interested in
any signals.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always a little interesting. Anyway. Thoroughly pleased with the way things went. As I said, I'll be the first to admit I'm human. I made a mistake with the filly yesterday, but if I liked that horse as a colt, I like it even more as a filly. We just didn't happen to need a particular trotting filly in Pennsylvania, but not the end of the world. So we'll be on the go today. Thank you very much for coming down again. It's always great to have people that want to be a part of what we're trying to do, and Curtis, of course, come down here and you think I'm busy. I know you're busy. Curtis is always doing something. He sometimes makes me feel lazy. So anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming down, and for Curtis, for Cam, for everybody else, and my wife Amy, and all our clients that have come down to hang out with us and pick out the horses. I appreciate all the help, and it should be a great rest of Harrisburg sale, and hopefully it leads into a tremendous 2026.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to an open house.
Yes, I will have a date for everybody for that. I'm thinking that first part of December, whatever makes sense for everybody. That's the date we'll be going with in regards to the open house. Definitely at Northfield Park.
Good. Well, and we thank you guys for watching and tuning in, asking some questions as well. And I think that is it from Harrisburg.
It is.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much. We'll need it.